Hello again. This is box is new acquisitions from the new year 2024, and also I put it in a box of stuff that I found in my foreign comic book collection and also some miscellaneous magazines. So I was thrilled to get my Grail set, most of my Grail set of Evil Eye by Richard Sala. This book, I loved it when it was coming out, and I loved it for years. I don't know why I sold it. I sold off most of my comic books probably around 2012, 2013, and I really regret buying and selling some of the comics that I bought at that time. But I got this set of 1 through 9 on eBay, and I just got it on the 3rd. So these were my first comics of 2024. And I also picked up at the comic shop a couple of Doug Wildey Johnny Quest classics. Those are really nice. I have stories by Doug Wildey and wraparound covers. This is a Fred Ray Tomahawk 10-cent comic. And another one of these Frazetta Death Dealers. And out of Dollar Box, I got My Bad #1. I kind of enjoyed that series. And then at Half Price Books, this last couple of days, I scored a bunch of these All-Star Westerns that mostly filled in my collection for $2 each. All-Star Western 1, 2, some great Jonah Hex stories by Palmiotti and Gray with some good artists. So now I only need like 4 or 5 issues to complete this run. Looking forward to reading these. There's a Darwin cover. And also at Half Price Books, I got this Walt Kelly Pogo book, Pika book, with a semi-infinity cover on there. And a score, I had some gift cards, and they had this Sabrina #1, Sabrina the Teenage Witch #1 from 1971, with the Dan DeCarlo cover. They had it marked down from $250 to $75, and I had $50 in gift cards in a discount coupon, so I ended up getting it for about $25, and it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty high grade. It's a solid 7.5. And I also picked up this Detective 407 with Frank Robbins and Neil Adams with the Gil Kane Batgirl backup. And this High School Romance with a Warren Kramer cover. And then I picked up some dollar books. Nakayama Catwoman cover. Kea, that's a good book, good series. Hellcat. Sheena, and that's a blank cover. Now these are my foreign comics. Most of what I have, I got from my friend Eduardo on Twitter. These are from Colombia. Some Fox and Crows. I love this cover. It looks like Foxy is smoking a big old doober. Man, look at that look on his face. El Zorro, I guess Zora is Fox and Cuero is Crow. I'm a big Fox and Crow fan, so I was glad to get these. And here's a Colombian Archie. And Tarzan. Another Tarzan. This is a native to Columbia Comics. Leyendas de America, Stories of America, I guess. And Little Lulu. Also a big Little Lulu fan. And Paquita, Nancy. And this is a Mexican Sergeant Fury comic. You can tell it's kind of a sexy story. Espia 13, I'm not sure what that's from. Also from Mexico. This is another Colombian comic book. Eduardo told me that this was the first ever indigenous Colombian comic. It's not indigenous, it's a reprint, of course, of Ricardo Maltese, is that who that is? But it was published in Colombia. And this is a Colombian Superman comic. I've got some more somewhere, but I don't know what happened to them. I was a big Donna Troy fan. I had the statue somewhere. And so I've got some program books here from conventions I went to. This was the, what is it called? The First Occasional Lone Star Science Fiction Convention in Chillicothe. I think that was about 1985, if I'm not mistaken. And I got some other stuff here. Fox Comics, Overstreet Price Update, Acme Press Aces, Sinner, good stuff. Particle Dreams, Matt Howarth. Shout out to Comic Crack. Heavy Metal. And National Lampoon. And a couple of Mads. This is an interesting magazine, Comic Book Profiles. This is the Archie Goodwin issue. And it has testimonials, I guess, from people who worked with him. It's an interesting magazine. Comics Collector. It had an EC story or article in it. I guess that's why I liked it. Savage Tales. 20 Years of Cartoons by Jim Ivey, my old mentor. And this is an old art magazine, art sale magazine. He also put on Orlando Con. This is a comic book from Orlando Con 1981, which I attended, although Dick Brown didn't show up. And this is a souvenir book from Detroit Triple Fanfare in 1976, which I also attended. And my backup copy of WonderCon 2008, which I also attended. And so Comics Journal with Will Eisner, and an old comic buyer's guide. Those are a bunch of Calvin and Hobbes Sunday pages.